talk about.
Yep, my name's Kayse, and I'm the Executive Vice President of Advertising Sales for the Oprah Winfrey Network. And we just had a great conversation about the Oprah Winfrey Network, but more importantly, it was just truly about the media landscape and how alike television and online may be in terms of the challenges we have out in the marketplace, but also how different we are in terms of the challenges and opportunities in the marketplace as well. I'd say, some of the key takeaways for me from the conversation are that we're all in the mode of seeking new advertising dollars from brand marketers. Certainly the broadcast industry, the cable industry, the print industry have had years and years of experience in working with brand marketers, and from a digital perspective, I know there's frustration in how they can more urgently capture those brand dollars. And I'd say, which I feel very strongly about, is just stay the course. There is a place for online in consumers' lives, of course, who are proving it to us every day, but there's a place for it in brand marketing efforts. And it's just up to us to continue to demonstrate the importance and relevancy of how consumers are connecting with our brands and the content we provide, and giving advertisers an opportunity to lean into that and be a part of that conversation with consumers. I'd also say, another takeaway for me is just the challenges that the digital world has relative to broadcast, and the higher expectations that digital has placed against it. And as I said in the conversation, it's everything that has given us an advantage in the marketplace, which is the measurability of digital, the ROI of digital, and all the measurement tactics that we put in place. But those are standards that aren't what are in place for television nor in print. And so the question is how do we allow ourselves to focus more aggressively, less on the technology and ROI, and drive towards a deeper engagement through branded experiences on the web that are relevant to consumers, and provide advertisers with safe and thoughtful environments for their messages. So I would say the same thing to the creative agencies that we're saying in cable, and that is we have an enormous opportunity. I don't just sell spots and dots in television, just like I don't like to think I sell just a banner ad on our site. It's understanding how that consumer engages with your programming and content, and finding ways to create synergies and relevance so that the messaging has impact and meaning to the viewer, the viewing experience. So in the case of television, which I think would be the same case in digital, it's what's the brand? What's the brand filter? What's the content? What's the program? And how do you, as an advertiser, think about that experience that consumer has with that content, and create messaging that's relevant to the actual content or the program itself. So I'd say the challenges are very similar between digital and on air, much more similar than I think people realize. I don't necessarily look at us as a distribution platform first. First, we're a brand that reflects the essence of Oprah Winfrey and everything we stand for in helping individuals live their best life. So as we work with our advertisers and learn more about that type of messaging that you're speaking about, where there is a message that the advertiser wants to get out to a particular audience, I think it's how that message translates into our voice through our lens, through our filter, through our distribution pipeline. And if you look at some of the creative executions we've done with J&J, who's got a nursing initiative, we're really looking at how inspiring individuals to become nurses has its place through how J&J may want to communicate it, but through the Oprah Winfrey Network, it's more about how do we collaborate on messaging that's inspiring people to make that change in their life and understand the value that they're bringing. So I think it starts with our brand first, and how others' messaging can live within our world, and we become the filter and voice for that brand. We've been very active in terms of how we open the aperture to coming into the Oprah Winfrey world. Previous to OWN, the Oprah site was much more closed, if you will, much more exclusive to supporting the Oprah Winfrey show. But you know, we're proving, the marketplace and the landscape is proving that to be successful, you have to put your message and your content out in the marketplace. So we have a YouTube channel. We're on Flipboard now. We're much more active tweeting, and so I think for us to be successful, we have to make sure we're leveraging all the tools that marketers are leveraging now for their own brands to drive to our site. Once they're on our site, you know, that is the next big challenge. How do you keep them there with the kind of content that they'd expect for them? And with the Oprah community, it's about how they can engage with others within the community. So not only are they hearing from Oprah and feeling like they've got a voice with Oprah, but they're also talking to others like themselves on the site as well. So we've got a strong community site within Oprah.com as well.
So last question, give me a comment from a user or a viewer that's probably been shared around the office that sort of validates for the whole team that you're doing something right. You're sort of proud to be doing what you're doing.
Wow. Oprah, you've changed my life, and I hope I can change the life of others in the same way you've changed mine.
Perfect. Great. That was great. Excellent.